You are listening to Mystery Media Group.
Yay! Hello, I'm Melissa with Ghost Girl Memoirs.
I'm Mike with Paranormal Treasure Hunter, and you are listening to Destination Mystery. We believe the paranormal is all around us, and every destination is an adventure. We never know what we're going to find in our adventure, but we do know that we'll have an interesting story to tell when we return. We're not going to the same locations or telling the same stories that you've heard over and over. Most of our destinations will be in locations you've never thought to look or investigate or explore. And we hope you will join us in our journey toward discovering the truth.
We're back for season 3.
Hey.
Hi. What have we been up to? We've been up to so much. Holy moly. Tell me some of the trips and adventures you've been on, Mike.
With you or without you?
Both.
Well,
tell me about the bird cage or whatever that bird.
Oh, man. We went to Tombstone, Arizona, and I was so excited to go there. We drove quite a long ways to get there, and we got there, and I don't know what I was expecting, but it was very commercialized. And if you wanted to see the place where the OK Corral, you had to pay money to go in. It burned down. There's nothing there, but you can see the spot. Everything was commercialized, and you had to pay to go in and see it. So I was a little disappointed. But we went to the Birdcage Theater, and man, my jaw just hit the floor. That was the coolest place. It was like Zach Bagans Museum, but it closed in the late 1880s, and they just shut the doors and walked away. And then 50 years later, 40 years later, somebody walked up and said, I'm going to buy this place, and bought it, opened the doors, and everything is still in the exact same place that they left it.
Wish that would have been us, man.
Oh, yeah. It was amazing. They had Wyatt Earp's girlfriend was one of the prostitutes there, and he had to sign a license for her to practice, and that was still hanging up in her room. Her room is still downstairs with her clothes, her bed, everything that she left there is still there with that license still hanging on the wall. Their gambling table with some of the money is still sitting there. They had funeral coach that was on the stage, but they moved it around back, and it was valued at $2 million. It was an old pull behind a horse cart that they used for funerals. They had a casket in there that was rubber lined that when somebody got, what's that?
They put ice in it.
They put ice in it, and if somebody died and nobody knew who it was, they'd prop them up in that coffin, and people would walk by and see if they could recognize the guy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, can you believe that?
No.
And the lady that runs the place, her name's Shelly, and we're going to get her on our show sometime soon. But she's taking pictures, and you can see faces in that thing at sometimes. She is taking pictures on Main Street, and you can see a cowboy walking along, very similar to the picture Michelle took in the prison.
Wow.
While we were doing our presentation, we were sitting down in the bar, and there's 3 steps to go up onto the stage. And I was standing by that stairs, and nobody else was around. And she said something, and then you could hear somebody walk up those stairs. And I'm like trying to get Michelle's attention. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? And I lifted my head up to look to see where Michelle was at. And there's this lady staring at the stairs. She was white as a ghost. I heard that too. And it scared her.
I think she's,
when we started to do the investigation, she left.
Really?
It scared her, yeah. Well, a lot of people go there and like, oh yeah, this will be fun.
It's going to be fun. And then they
scares the hell out of them. Yeah. And they run off. And Michelle tell them what you saw.
I took several pictures in the theater floor. I was sitting up by the stage, and so I was taking it out towards where the audience would have been. And I took one with a flash, and then I took one without the flash. And without the flash, I captured an orb. And it's high enough up that it's none of the people that were sitting out there. And I didn't think anything of it at first. I was like, oh, cool, I got an orb, But after talking to Shelly, she showed us some pictures of orbs that she had gotten. And then she goes, have you guys ever zoomed in on the orbs? And we're like, well, no, they're orbs. What are you going to find? And she showed us pictures that she had zoomed in on orbs that she captured, and there was faces in them. So I zoomed in on the orb that I captured in a picture, and there is a face in it. It looks like a little Spanish guy, like sticking out his tongue or something.
Weird.
but that's something I'd never heard of doing before, is to zoom in on those orbs, and a lot of times
I
there's
never
faces.
really pay attention to the orbs unless they move weird through the video, but I never pay attention to them. I'm just have to start looking at them closer.
Yeah, I thought that was very interesting. I was like, oh, new thing to document as evidence.
Yeah, for sure.
That was way cool.
I-
That was the coolest place.
Just
Cool.
watch out for the speed traps on the way there.
Yeah, they'll get you.
We also both at different times though went to Lake Havasu.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you're aware of it or not, the original London Bridge is now at Lake Havasu. I don't know how long it's been there. That's kind of cool to go see.
Yeah,
was.
it's pretty.
I've always wanted to see it, and we drove down like, hey, let's stop here. And I'm walking along London Bridge, and we just didn't even know it. And I'm standing right by the London Bridge. It's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Mike and I both got to go there this summer, just at different times.
We
I-
also drove on that same trip. We went to Yuma, and it's kind of and no offense to anybody who lives there, but kind of a miserable, hot place. But they had the territorial prison there, and that
Oh,
was pretty cool to see too.
I'd like to
It
go
was
there.
miserable hot, but man, that was still neat to see though. It's pretty cool. It's interesting what people got thrown in prison for lying or for cheating on their wife or
Oh,
something.
geez.
They're in
Imagine
prison.
nowadays if men got thrown into prison for cheating,
Oh man, there would only be a few people left.
right? Yeah. A lot of times it would be for writing a bad check. I mean,
Yeah.
people do that all the time. I guess we don't write checks anymore, but people do that all the time. So I've been to a lot of different places. We went to the Bahamas, Florida. We went to New Orleans and I got to investigate the Andrew Jackson Hotel, which was pretty cool. We got a little bit of activity there. I mean, New Orleans is full of activity. I went on a haunted tour. It was fun because, like, all the places that he talked about and that we went to, I'd heard the stories behind them. So it was kind of cool to see the actual buildings that are associated with those stories. That was fun. And then went to the Baltics, the Netherlands, Denmark, Finland, Sweden,
Wow.
Estonia, Germany, and Poland. And that was amazing. Loved every second of that. And I think my favorite, I mean, I've always wanted to go to Germany. I've always been really into World War II and the history. And it was kind of surreal to go there and visit the Holocaust Museum and the Holocaust Memorial, Brandenburg Gate, see where Hitler's bunker was, Checkpoint Charlie. We saw the Berlin Wall. They still have it marked out on the streets to where it used to be and where it was divided. And they had lots of stories about all that. And it wasn't even that long ago. So it's quite amazing how far we've come since then. But we also got to visit a concentration camp. I mean, the stories there are just horrific. But I think it's an important part of our history that we don't want to repeat. So if you get the chance to go there, I recommend it. Mike and I have been on a lot of little weekend adventures that we'll talk about in this upcoming season. I have a new project that I'm started that I can't talk about, but I'm hoping we'll hear more about it soon. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I feel like it's a good thing and it's going to go well. So I hope it does. And I hope I can talk about it soon. Published 3 children's books this summer. Got Annie the Alien, Gus the Ghost, and Bobby the Bigfoot. And season 2, Case Files.
Yay.
It's out.
My daughter's dog really enjoyed Bobby the Bigfoot.
Good. Did
He
chew
ate
it
the
up?
book, but he
Yeah.
enjoyed it while I was doing it. I think he was reading it.
I have kids, their parents, every once in a while will send me a picture of them holding one of my books. And it makes me so happy.
Oh, nice.
It's so
Yeah.
cute. Makes me happy.
That's cool.
I mean, they're stupid little books, but I'm proud of them. I like them.
You know how happy I was when I saw that hat on Meldrum's table?
Right? Thinking here that nobody knows who we are. And then, Dr. Meldrum knows who we are.
He kept our hat and used it.
We've been to several book signings.
Met lots of cool people.
So many cool people. And I'm not just talking about the celebrities either. I love meeting the people that are into everything like we are and just get excited over the stupidest little things.
One of our book signings, we was near Albion, so we decided to go. Albion was doing a little haunted September or whatever it was. One of the guys talked about seeing a pair of legs in the hallway. Remember that?
Yep.
I don't know what he saw them doing, but we were all downstairs in the same hall that he saw that, and we were doing a little spirit box session and it attracted a fair amount of kids to watch that.
Yeah.
And something came across the spirit box, and that one dude fled.
We never did see him again.
Never see. He went home. He didn't just leave the room. He
Like,
went
where
home.
did he go? Well, he left.
He was supposed to be working, and he was gone.
I'm like, you know, you're going to work in a place that's potentially haunted. You might want to.
Brace yourself for that.
Yeah, isn't that what you're looking for? I mean, for me, I would volunteer to work there just hoping that I could have an experience like that.
I would volunteer to poke so I could poke around while
Me
nobody else is
too.
around and see
Me
those
too.
places that not everybody gets to see.
Right.
But after he left, I was shining my thermal and I got a thermal image of a pair of legs too. So I don't know what that was about, but I wanted to show that kid and we never could find him again.
Yeah, we found lots of cool abandoned places that we visited. Bunch of ghost towns.
Oh, on our trip to Montana, yeah.
Yeah.
Possible Bigfoot encounter.
Yep. Had a lot of fun there. Been to Idaho several times. You live in Idaho. You've been to Utah several times.
Mm-hmm.
So we're super excited about this next season and some of the people that we'll be interviewing and some of our new investigations. I always worry with each season because like last season, we were able to investigate 2 of the most haunted places in Utah, which I never thought I'd be able to set foot in. And so
It'll be hard to top, but
hard to top that, but we'll be able to.
we'll get Stacy Brown on one of these. So
He's fun to talk to.
he is.
He knows his stuff.
He's had the experiences.
So we're looking forward to this season and we hope that you follow along with us to find your own destination.
And solve the mystery.
Solve the mystery. Stay tuned.
If you enjoy our show, please like, subscribe, and leave a 5-star review. For more information, you can visit www.destination-mystery.com.
Find your own destination.
And solve the mystery.